Good morning, dear students. I am teaching chapter 4. Name of the chapter 4 is the sorting material into groups. Lesson 4, sorting material into groups. Sorting materials into groups. Sorting materials into groups. Topic is the I am teaching properties of materials and hardness, appearance, solubility and solubility of gases in water. Topic is the solubility of gases in water. Solubility of gases in water. Solubility of gases in water. Gases, most of the gases are insoluble in water. Most of the gases are insoluble in water. For example, nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon monoxide are insoluble in water. And however, some gases are soluble in water and some gases soluble in water. And oxygen gas is slightly soluble in water. Oxygen gas is slightly soluble in water. It is that dissolved oxygen in the water which enables the fishes and other animals to breathe. Dissolved oxygen is present in the water, dissolved oxygen, so it is slightly dissolved in water. That's why fishes and other water animals to breathe with the help of their gills. With the help of their gills, they are taking oxygen, they are taking breathe. And carbon dioxide gas is CO2. Carbon dioxide gas, that means CO2, is slightly soluble in water and it is dissolved carbon dioxide gas in water which acts as a source of food for water plants, and it is act as a source of food for the water plants, and the water plants convert the carbon dioxide gas into their food with the help of chlorophyll and sunlight. Thus the materials can be classified on the basis of their solubility in water. So we can say that they are classified according to the solubility of gases in water. Objects may apparently, did you know, it may seem that quite a large number of substances are soluble in water, and if the substances are kept in water for a very long time, then which may be for a century or two, the water can dissolve anything and everything in itself, and it is for the same reason the water is called the universal solvent, because most of the substances are soluble in water. That's why it is called the universal solvent. It is called the universal solvent, and it is for the same reason that water plays an important role in the bodies of living organism, because it can dissolve a large number of substances. And objects may float or sink in water. Objects may float or it can be sink in water. In activities 4 and 5, you must have seen the substances like washing soda, sugar, sand, chalk powder sink in water, whereas materials like coconut oil and kerosene oil float on the surface of the water and it forms a separate layers. It is because the substances heavier than water sink in it. If substances is heavier than water, then it will sink, and if it is lighter than the water, then it will float on the surface of the water. Thus, we can group materials on the basis of sinking or floating. So, we can group the material according to the sinking or floating. Let us perform the following activity. Activity 6. To find out substances which sink, float in water. To find out the substances which sink, float in water. Materials required. What are the materials required? Small stone, small piece of wax, metal K, plastic ball, small piece of wood, coin, leaf, brass screw, small piece of ice, glass bowl that is filled with water. And what is the method? These are the materials required for doing the test. And now what is the method? Take a glass bowl filled with water, and in water drop the above mentioned substances one by one and observe what happens. You will notice that stone, the key, the coin and the brass screw sink in water because it is heavier than the water, then it will sink. If substances are heavier than the water, then it will sink. If substances are lighter than the water, then it will float on the surface of the water. And thus they can be grouped as substances heavier than water. And then you will notice that the wax, the plastic ball, the wood, the leaf and the ice floats on the surface of water because they can be grouped as substances lighter than water. If substances are lighter than the water, then it will float on the surface of water, and if substances are heavier than the water, then it will sink in water. So according to the basis of the floating or sinking, we can categorize. And you can repeat this activity by dropping the above substances in kerosene oil or any other liquid and find out which float or sink in it. Next one is the transparency. Next properties of the transparency. According to the basis of transparency, we can group the materials. Let us perform the following activity. Activity 7. Look through the clear glass window pane of your bedroom. You will able to see the things clearly outside. You can see the things. If transparent, then you can see the things clearly. It is clearly visible. And despite the fact that there is a solid glass in between you and outside, such materials through which you can see called the transparent materials, which can visibility of the substances outside of the room is very clear. That is called the transparent substances, transparent materials. And now place a white sheet of paper on the glass window pane and look through it. Then what will happen? You will notice that you can't see anything through paper. Such materials through which you cannot see, they are called the opaque. Transparent, first is the transparent, and second one is the opaque, which we can't see clearly, is called the opaque material. And translucent, what is the three terms are there? Transparent, opaque, translucent. Transparent, first we will discuss about the what is the transparent material. Materials we can see clearly, then we are named as transparent. And material which we cannot see clearly, that is the opaque material. And which materials, what is the translucent materials? Which we can see partially, means we cannot see properly, and we can see only it is partially we can see, that is called the translucent. If partially we can see, that is called the translucent materials. So we will group as. Now remove the paper and in middle out put a few drops of any kind of oil. Then when the oil separates on the paper, place it on the glass window pane and look through it. You will notice that the glass objects are faintly visible, and such materials through which you can see partially are called the translucent materials. The materials which you can see partially are called the translucent material. So what is the definition of transparent, transparency, opaque, opacity and translucent? We will discuss about the transparent, transparency, opaque, opacity, translucent. So first one is the transparent. First is the transparent. The material through which you can see clearly. The material through which you can see clearly are called the transparent material. And transparency, what is the transparency? The properties of material through which you can see clearly. The properties of material which you can see clearly is called the transparency. And what is the opaque? The material which you cannot see is called the opaque material. And what is the opacity? The properties of material through which you cannot see clearly is called the opacity. And then what is the translucent? What is the definition of translucent? A material through which you can see partially is called translucent material. And thus on the basis of seeing through a particular material, the substances can be grouped as transparent, opaque and translucent. So we can categorize according to the basis of the transparent, translucent and opaque, or Did you know shopkeepers usually prefer to keep toffees, biscuits, chocolates, etc. in transparent containers of glass or plastic, and jewelers exhibit the jewelry in glass showcase so that it is easily visible and you can and yet safe from the thieves. Similarly, opticians show various kinds of spectacles and goggles in glass showcase. All ready-made garments such as shirts, trousers, etc. are packed in clear plastic so that they can easily visible. And examples of transparent materials: solids such as glass, diamond, gems, certain kinds of plastics are transparent materials, and most of the liquids such as water, kerosene, oil, alcohol, seawater, etc. are transparent materials. And all gases such as oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, air, etc. are transparent material. And examples of translucent materials: translucent materials: ground glass, frosted glass, tissue paper, butter paper, oil paper, muddy water, fog, mist, dust, leaden air are translucent materials. How are materials grouped? So what I today I have given activity solubility of gases in water. Objects may float or sink in water. And activity 6, to find out substances which sink, float in water. And transparency, opaque, opacity, translucent. These are the topics and examples of translucent materials, example of opaque material. So till here you have to take revision properly. What I teach you today, you have to take revision.